Hey guys, so happy to see you back at this channel, and it's time to draw something cute in Procreate. And today we'll be drawing this very easy but cute illustration. So let's get started. And as always, the first thing we'll have to do is create a new canvas. So we'll press this little plus sign and we'll choose square. And that would be our canvas. So the first thing we'll draw is the turtle. Obviously, we'll draw turtle in parts and we'll start with the shell. So we'll go to the layers. We'll rename this first layer shell. Awesome. Then we will take this first green right here, and then we'll switch our brush to, well, I'll switch to octopus ink. You can use any of the brushes. I love this brush because it's a texture brush, so the stroke is not very smooth. It just leaves beautiful texture, so that's my favorite brush. I always use it. The first thing we'll have to do is create a shell. We'll take our pencil and draw a curved line like this. Then we will connect it like this, and we will color it, and that would be our shell. I'll just go and fix it a little bit. I want to make it a little more round right here, so I'll just go and make it a little more round like this. There we go. And we'll just color the rest of the gaps. Awesome, just fix it here at the corner, and here we go. Here's our shell. It's sort of like a lemon a bit. I'll move it to the side right here because now I'll be drawing the head and I need more space right here. So I'll just move it to the side, and I'll go and create a new layer, and I'll go under the shell and I will call it head. Awesome. And I'll switch to this color, the pale green, and the head is super easy. So we'll start somewhere here, right here at the corner. Then we'll draw a curved line like this. Then we'll have to take it down somewhere here, so sort of like this. Don't forget to connect it. We'll just go and I'll just make it a bit bigger right here. And I'll bring it down like this. Color all the gaps. Sort of like this. And if you feel it's a little too big, you can always move it inside just a bit like this, or make it smaller. And one thing what we have to do right away is the turtle has a mouth, so the mouse is a little bigger, so we'll just leave this side like this. So here we go. Awesome. Now when we have the shell, we have the head, now we need legs. So we'll go and create a new layer on top of the head, so our new layer will be between these two layers. That's what we want. We'll call it legs. Awesome. We will take this color and we'll draw 4 legs. So we'll start with the first one. Start somewhere here and create this shape kind of like this. So I don't know what kind of shape it is, like almost like a banana, and color it. This is my one leg. Now we'll create another one, and that would be super easy. We'll just have to duplicate this one. Then we will rotate it horizontally, and we will move it to the other side like this, and we'll move this new layer onto the head layer, and we will also rotate it a bit and make it a bit smaller, sort of like this. So 2 legs in place. Since we'll be drawing legs in different layers, we'll just rename these layers, I guess. So we'll call it leg 1, then this we'll call leg 2, and now we'll go and create a new layer, and we will call it leg 3. We'll use the same color, and we'll just draw the third leg right here. Sort of the same shape, but a little shorter. Don't forget to connect it and color it, and we will duplicate this one as well. We'll rename it leg 4. Awesome. And then we'll just move it to the side like this. Right now you can't really see the difference, but when we'll be start our shading, you will see the difference between them. And don't forget to move this leg 4 under leg 3, so we have leg 3 in front of leg 4. Awesome. Okay, so the basic shape for our turtle is ready. It was that easy. So now we'll go back to our shell and we'll add details there. So go back to our shell. We'll create a new layer. We'll call it details. We'll make the clipping mask out of this layer, and we will take this color, and all we have to do now is just draw a line here and color it. Now we'll go and switch our brush to this, and we'll draw those hexagons that the turtles have. So all we have to do is just actually draw something like this. Just don't forget to connect it and color it. Just draw them however you want. I'll draw in the middle as well. One right here. We'll draw one right here. And then we'll switch our brush to this back again, and we'll draw the little ones in between and color them. Good, awesome. Now we'll continue with these big ones. So we'll go and switch our brush again. We'll take this, and all we have to do is just draw an outline like this and a little circle and color it. This shape doesn't actually have to be a circle, it can be any shape. And one little right here. Good. Okay, now we'll go and add details to the rest of the turtle. So we'll go to his head right now. We will go and create a new layer on top of the head. We will call it face. And the first thing we'll do is draw a mouth. So we'll take this color, and all we have to do, starting this right here, just draw a line like this. So that would be his mouth. He's kind of smiling. Now we'll go create an eye. So we'll take white and we'll draw an eye right here. Then we will take our finger, swipe it to the right to create an envelope just for a second. Then we'll take this color right here, the gray, and we'll create a purple like this. Awesome. Then we'll switch back to white and we'll create two little ovals right here. Now we'll go back to our layers and we undo the alpha lock, and we'll take this color and we'll create the chick. So the chick will be right here. Good, and now he has a face. Awesome. Now we'll go and create a new layer. We'll create a new layer on top of the leg, all of the legs, and we'll call it spots. We will take this color and we'll create little spots for him on his head. So we'll create a spot here, there, just a bit going up like this. So he has little spots right here. We will now go to his legs, but we have to switch the color. We'll take this and we'll create little spots on his legs. And also right here on leg number 3. We'll just turn off the leg number 4 right now. Okay, we can turn on back leg number 4 for now. Okay, now we're done with the turtle. We just need our background now. So we'll go to the background color and we'll take this blue. Right now you can't really see the turtle, but once we do the shading, it will be more obvious. Now we'll create a new layer on top of the background color layer. So we'll create a new layer, we'll drag this one under. We will call it background details. We'll take this color right here, and all we have to do is just draw these cute little shapes like this. He's under the water, so kind of like this. Good. Now we'll go and create a new layer on top, and we will call it seaweed. And we'll use these 4 colors. So I'll use this one first, and all we have to do is create seaweed. So I will go like this, it's wavy lines, something very wavy like this because it's under the water. Now I'll move it down a bit because I think it's a little too high, so I'll do like this. So, and I'll also add another one a bit smaller. Good. Awesome, so we have 2 right here, and we'll add 3 right here. So we'll switch to this now. And I'll add 1 right here, so the same thing. Now I'll color it. Good, and I'll switch my color to brush to this. So somewhere up here, and then I'll do the same thing. Good, and now color it. I'll switch my brush to this, and I'll add 1 more. Okay, so we added the plants. Awesome. Now we'll go and start shading, and then we'll add the rest of the details to the background. Okay, so we'll go to the shading part. So we'll go to shell, and we'll create a new layer on top. It will be clipping mask automatically. We'll switch our brush to 6B pencil. That's the brush I use for shading for the most of the time. Then I'll take this color and I'll start shading. So I'll start shading right here at the top of the shell. Good. So something like this. I'll also do a little bit at the bottom. I'll switch my color to this just to add a little more at the top. Good. Now I will switch my brush to crumble. This is the brush I use a lot for adding texture. You can use any other, and I'll just go around and just add a little more. Add this little dots. The brush is pretty cool. It's one of my new brushes. You know, I always say I won't buy any new brushes, but always ended up buying new brushes. Then we'll switch to this color, and I'll add a little more right here at the bottom. Just a bit. In between the shells, just a bit. Now we'll go to this layer, the detail layer. We'll switch our brush to this, and we'll add just a bit to the top of these little these circles. Just a bit, so it just doesn't look plain. Awesome. Okay, we're done with this. We'll go now to the head. So we'll go and find the head layer. We'll create a new layer on top. We'll do clipping mask. We'll call it head shading. So we'll take this color. So we'll add some shadow right here around his head. More here and a bit right here. Good, and just a bit right here at the bottom of his head, on the other side. Now I'll switch our brush to this and add a bit more. Because we want the shadow to be a little more intense in this area. And here. Awesome. We'll also add a bit more right here. So this like kind of stands out more. I'll just go around it and add a little more. Now I'll switch my brush to this color and I'll add even more. Like this. A little bit right here. And now I'll make my brush smaller and I'll add a line right here. The very sharp and defined line. So now we'll go to his legs. So we'll find the leg layer. So we'll start with the leg 1, which is this one. So we'll go to find leg 1. We'll take the fingers and swipe it to the right to create an alpha lock. We'll switch our brush to this, to our color, and we'll add a bit of shadow right here. Awesome. Now we'll go to this leg number 2, make an alpha lock, and we'll add most of the shading right here. Good. Now we'll go with this 2, so leg number 3. Again, swipe it to the right, and the shading we'll be adding to leg 3 will be right here, so we can clearly see the difference between leg number 3 and leg number 4. So now we'll go to the leg number 4, we'll swipe it to the right to make an alpha lock, and do the same thing. Make our brush a bit smaller and do the same thing, but this way. Now, we're almost done with the drawing. All we have to do now is just add more details to the background and shading to the plants. So we'll start with the shading to the plants. We'll go to the seaweed. We'll swipe it to the right. We will take this color and we'll start with this. So we'll be adding a little bit of shadow to this little plants. Now for this plant we have to switch our color to this. Good. Now we'll go to this plant, and for this ones we'll also switch the brush. We'll take this and we'll just add again a little bit of shading to the sides of the plants. Good. The last thing we have to do is just add more details to the background. And the first thing we'll have to do is create the bubbles. So we'll create a new layer and we'll call it bubbles. We'll switch our brush to the monoline brush and we'll take white. And all we have to do is just create 3 bubbles because he's under the water but he's still breathing. So we'll create a circle, then we'll create a smaller circle here. Then we'll create a smaller one right here. We'll create a line, and a little line right here. Then we'll switch our brush to the 6B pencil. We're still using white, and we'll lightly color them. And now we have these 3 bubbles. Now, the last thing we'll have to do to the background is add some stars and some texture. So we'll create a new layer. We'll call it stars. We'll take this brush, the brush for star 47. I created this brush and you can download it and use it. Add a few stars to the background. So we'll do one here, we'll do one here, and we'll make it smaller and add a few bars anywhere on the screen. Good. We'll add one more. So now we'll go and switch our brush to the octopus ink brush and we'll add the little dots anywhere on the screen. You can make some of them bigger and some of them smaller. If you did my drawings before, you know that that's what I do to my drawings. Good. So now I'll be adding the texture and I will go and create a new layer under the bubbles and stars. I'll call it texture. I will take this color, the light blue, and I'll switch my brush to the crumble brush. Again, you don't have to use this brush. You can use any other brushes. I just happen to love this brush, so I use it a lot now. Good. Now we'll go and move these texture brushes onto the seaweed. Awesome. Good. And we're all done. We have created this cute little guy in Procreate. It was super easy and so fun to draw this little guy. I hope you enjoyed this tutorial as much as I did, and if you did, don't forget to like this video and subscribe. Also, if you'll be drawing this little guy, don't forget to post it on Instagram because I'm always happy to see your work. Thank you for watching and I'll see you in the next one.